dating to relationships, from sex to love, from Christianity to politics, from darkness to light, you have now entered into the real zone. Welcome to Conversations with Trent, where no topic of conversation is safe from discussion. Now, here he is, Mr. Epic himself, Trent Williams.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another podcast of The Conversation. We got a nice one tonight, nice and hot and spicy gumbo talk for tonight. We're actually going over some topics in the message with Keisa and Shannon and throwing out some different ideas. And Keisa threw out, as always, threw out a pretty good one. I'm not familiar with the young lady, but I think she's a gospel singer. And the topic come up, trust issues. Let's bring the ladies in and let's dive into this because I think it's going to be juicy. One sec. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey there. Happy Wednesday.
Hump day, hump day.
Hump day, hump day, hump day. Talk about a hump day. Talk about a hump day. So right before we get into the topic, I was actually taking notes as usual. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, yo, did you see what's trending on Twitter? I'm like, what?
Keith, why did you get your cousin?
She told me exactly what it was, and I was like, yeah, right, whatever. So she was like, I'm still doing the notes, ignoring her. I'm still doing the notes. And she was like, can you look at Twitter? So I went to Twitter. 25 ladies that are sip and painting nude men, and one of them decided that she wanted to give a blowjob right in the middle of the sip and paint.
She was
hashtag sip and suck. Talk about morals being thrown out of the window.
Maybe the hors d'oeuvres weren't enough.
So I got to thinking, you know me, I'm like, man, this is what y'all do at these lady parties. That would be a serious trust issue for me. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wow. Unapologetic, and she just went in. I was like, that's crazy. That's super
Was
crazy.
she the host? Like the person who put it
I'm not sure. I couldn't get past the video. It just blew me. I was blown away by that. I'm like, wow, okay. This is what they doing these days? This is what y'all call This ain't
what they doing. This is what she was doing.
This is what y'all call a girls' outing, a girls' trip. Wow, that's crazy.
Nope.
So the whole thing. So I'm being nosy, right? Because I'm just like, what? So it's called exotic paintings.
Oh, so that's a whole different thing.
It's a whole different thing. I'm like, what?
Girl, I can barely draw a damn flower. I ain't trying to draw nobody.
Wait a minute. Somebody said, I don't know where the sip and paint thing takes place in America, but I 1,000% believe it's in Atlanta. I don't know how to explain it.
Wow. Wow.
I would put money on that too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but
Sodom and Gomorrah all over.
Anyway, wow. Good evening, Mark. Good evening, Gentle Giant. Welcome.
Hey there.
What up, Slash? What up, Slash?
Good evening, gentlemen.
But that I've never had that happen at any of my sipping paints.
I know, right? I'm like, wow. Now your man gonna be all worried about you going where?
But exactly. What I want to know is like, and somebody recorded it and posted it. It's like, so does she know she Trenton?
I don't know. I couldn't get past.
I don't think she cares.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe now that she's sober, maybe.
She giving brain in the middle of a party of 25. I don't think she cared.
I mean, I'm going to assume she was not completely sober. No,
first of all,
right.
It doesn't matter. I think that's not an excuse because people know what they do when they're drunk. It just give you a little more muscle power to do something as ridiculous as that.
There have been, I've lived a good life alone. There have been 2-3 occasions where, I enjoyed myself and I don't necessarily.
Wow. Why am I not surprised? Wow.
YOLO.
I hear you.
That's YOLO. That is true. YOLO.
Wow. That's a little different though.
One thing I want you to stop doing is trying to act like you were prude. Don't do that.
Say that again. What'd you say?
Stop acting as if you're a prude. Don't do that.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever. It's all in a book.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, trust issues. Yes. So this lady, how do you pronounce this young lady's name, Keisa?
Kiera.
So what did you find this topic?
It was on, down my timeline, and people were talking about it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, after I got started to read it, I'm like, wow, is it you having trust issues?
You know the famous Clark sisters. This is one of
the
yeah.
Yeah.
Where did Google Chrome?
My question.
Where did the Chromebook go?
Hush up! I'll be right back. Hang on.
So my question would be to hers. I mean, that's some underlying stuff going on there. Do you not trust your friends? Are your friends kind of thottish, or is your husband the one that you don't trust? That's a little different.
Well, either way, right? It's some very deep-rooted, hurtful stuff, whatever the stuff is, that she clearly has not worked through.
Yeah, that's a little different. How would you handle that? I mean, what would you? Let's say we're married, and you got your girls coming in town, your sorority sisters or whoever.
But that's the thing, right? We all have our things that we do. Like, I will tell you now, they're grown now, but I never had a young babysitter.
Okay.
All my babysitters were grandmotherly, motherly.
And that was done by design?
Absolutely. Okay. I sought them. Pre-hardcore internet.
Now my question would be, is that from past experiences with your ex?
No, it's kind of like, the way she tells the story is that, her mother told them, her mother and her aunts told her, don't have your girlfriends around your man. It was more so that, don't let the temptation hit you. And so,
yeah, but my question is,
and I'm the child of someone who was trap checking too. So
yeah, are they truly your friends? If you have to do all that, you got to go through all that. Why are you even in a relationship? Throw the whole relationship away.
True
if you
story.
Don't trust him.
Yeah. Well, I thought I read where she said she didn't want her husband.
You did.
Not so much that her girlfriends would do something, but her husband is how I took it.
But that has, again, throw the whole relationship away if you don't trust him like that.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm of that mindset. When I leave, every chick in the house gotta go.
Nah, right? But she's saying they gotta get a hotel before even staying.
They can't even come. So, like, we're flying in from LA, Shannon, right? And we're all coming to see you, but you're like, there's a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah, I'm not that extreme. I mean, if I've got let's say on the female side, if I've got a question or a doubt in my mind about my friends like that, then I've got to kind of second guess the relationship, right? And it's probably not one that I need to be a friendship I need to have. And if it's same goes for him, if I feel like he could be tempted or he might try and do something, then it's the same thing applies.
That's deep. And actually, she says that whoever the mother is, she's a bishop, a presiding bishop over a church. So do not do that. Really? So y'all not trusting people in the church house? Nothing, huh?
Well, they said they're in the color purple. Was the line in the color purple? There ain't no child safe in the church of men's.
Oh, in a house full of men, yes.
Yeah.
That is so crazy, though, man.
Those are generational things, though, that, it probably, nowadays it probably should be taught to both genders, but unfortunately, but I do remember, like, don't be left alone with a whole bunch of boys or men and be the only person there. Like I remember my great grandmother saying that. So it's, part of it is generational, but then it's like, what do you do? But it's not even just about trust and relationships, right? We all have these life experiences that lead us to this place of distrust.
Right.
And then you subconsciously carry it like for years to come. Like, if you're a child and you had an experience of your home being broken into, right?
Right.
You're like that sticks with you forever. So you're just kind of like, oh, if someone steals from you, right, then it's just like, wait a minute, hold up.
But, what I have a problem with that is, as far as going that extreme, even and mostly in the African American community, we never address the issue. We never address the issue.
You mean as far as the trauma?
Exactly. So with her going to that extreme,
we're told not to.
for her going to that extreme, either he cheated or she know he's a hoe. Period.
She know what she married. Oops,
or either you might know how you got him. So
ooh, say that again, Keys.
You might know how you got him.
That's deep. And they in Detroit. I did in Detroit. If Martine was there, she'll let them know. She'll let y'all know how to get down in the D.
Wow. So Mark said he's riding with Kiki, second generation Clark sister fan. Talking about, I respect her mind. Sam Cooke trusted Bobby Womack, and what happened?
That is true.
I must be the only one who don't know. So what happened with Sam Cooke and Bobby Womack?
I don't know what happened with Sam Cooke.
What you mean? Why y'all don't know?
I don't know.
What was it, Mark? His wife. I think it was
you
Sam
and Mark have this special connection that don't know.
Well, because one thing about Mark that I can appreciate, we both like good music. So, but Bobby Womack married Sam Cooke's widow.
Well, I don't know about that, Slash. If I can't trust, it's time to roll out. I don't like watching my back. I don't like walking into a room, standing up against the wall with my back against the wall.
And they got married 3 months after Sam Cooke died.
What?
Well, what?
Yeah. So who's that creeping in the window?
Exactly. That's a little different for me. That's a little different.
Right, that makes you wonder, like, well, what was going on?
Exactly.
If y'all were already like 3 months, 90 days, and you decided that this is where I want to be because my husband just died. Like, what?
He said that only God can judge. It must be part of his ministry, his training in the seminary.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The seminary.
Yeah. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's a little different, man. You have to look over your shoulder constantly. Come on, man. That's a bit much.
Yeah, but then what do you do though? How do you break free from that?
Walk away.
Yeah, but everybody is not equipped to do that. See, here's the thing, right? I appreciate where you're going, but I think sometimes you simplify the advice that it just becomes so plain. Like, I think everybody has that vision. Yes, I should walk away. So what happens, right? You start asking your girlfriends, your male friend, hey, bro, like, what do you think I should do? And then they still don't do it. So
I agree with that.
It's not exactly as easy as just walk away, even though they know that they should.
I totally agree with that. And I totally agree with what you're saying. I respect what you're saying.
And then what else too? Like, I wonder in this scenario, right? Is there a self-esteem issue as well?
A huge self-esteem.
That is true.
That's more than a red flag. That's fluorescent lights blinking and everything.
Yeah.
Bells whistling and everything.
And then why would you automatically assume that the element of betrayal
would exist, right?
Yeah. Like, so in that scenario, right, I'm questioning, well, who are my friends? And should these people even be my friends? And then conversely, right, who is my husband? Like, should he even be my spouse that I would have to feel this way? Like, no.
All right.
Yes,
that's what I was saying in the beginning. It's like maybe I made I would have a serious lapse in judgment of character if that's the way that I'm thinking and feeling. Like,
yeah,
if I don't feel like I can actually just bring you into my home, then yeah.
Yeah, that's a no. That's a hard no. I mean, it should be. I just, but to your point though, right? When we talk about trauma, the human experience, being hurt, I think that, again, stinking thinking, right? We've been told, just keep that in the house. It's family's business. Don't say nothing about it. So. Oh, let's see. So Mark came back with an update on the Bobby Womack.
Whoa, girl, go ahead and read it because this.
So let's see. Bobby's went to Sam's funeral and one of Sam's suits.
Damn,
with Mrs. Sam Cooke. Then Mrs. Womack divorced Bobby because he also slept with. Oh yes, I did know about the Sam's daughter thing. So I knew
that's with Sam. Wait, he slept with the daughter?
Yes.
Was the daughter by the
daughter married? Yes, the daughter married Bobby's brother Cecil. Yes, I knew there was a daughter connection. Yes.
In the words of Kimberly out of Houston, Texas, who's viewing and sending in her messages and sending her comments, there are holes in the church house
all day long.
Oh yeah.
Listen here, let me tell you something.
Was the daughter by the wife, Sam's Cook's widow? Was that her mother?
No, I don't know.
Wow.
So so that means something was going on already before Sam Cooke died.
Absolutely, but
and then the daughter married his brother.
So her name was Linda.
So they just going all around. That's nasty.
Very.
You sleep with the daughter and then you go and sleep with the mama.
Ain't sure Linda's still alive.
Is she?
Because Linda was part of Womack and Womack. Okay, now it's coming to me. Yep.
Wow.
But I knew there was a daughter element of it, but I don't think it was that wife's daughter though.
Oh, he said they formed the group Womack and Womack.
Yep.
Had a hit called "Baby, I'm Scared of You." I'm riding with Kiki all day. Wait, who was in Womack and Womack?
It was Linda. The daughter.
Let me ask Mark a question. When he says he's riding with Kiki all day, so Mark, what you're saying to me is, would you stay in that relationship even though you have those inner issues like that? Would you stay there?
That's a good question.
Even though you know, you're gonna stay there? I mean, that's a solid question.
Wait a minute, what are you saying? Like if the roles were reversed for him?
Yeah, I mean, because he's saying he's agreeing with her, he's riding with her. So they're saying if he was in that position, he would do the same thing. Get the hotel.
So you would pay for your homeboys somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
And tell them y'all can't stay here.
I'm not too comfortable sleeping with the enemy, so I would have to. I'd have to throw the relationship away.
Wow.
Yeah, Mark. Like I do want to know, like, what is your thought process? Like what leads you to align and have kind of that same conclusion or outcome? Because that's interesting.
Because I mean, at some point, man, I mean, when we talk about trauma will spill over.
Right.
I don't care how happy it is. I don't care how much money's on the table. All that trauma's gonna spill over at some point. Just like nasty always shows up, trauma gonna spill over at some point. And that's just not healthy to stay in a situation like that. I couldn't even see myself doing something like that. Hey, man, y'all got to catch the hotel because I don't trust who I'm with. That don't even sound.
Or you.
Exactly. That don't even sound. You know what I'm saying?
So she had to come back. So she clarified her statement by saying, nowadays, healthy boundaries seem like insecurity and distrust to someone.
That's not a healthy boundary.
Those boundaries are healthy, but that's neither here nor there.
Exactly.
She said, I'm blessed to have a husband and friends who I trust. My family and friends are most welcome in my home, and they know who they are.
Ooh.
Very nice cleanup.
She will remain prayerful and strategic in everything that she does and advise everyone to protect their homes, husbands, children, careers, and more.
So my question would be, why are you around these people? If you don't trust these folks, why are you around them?
Right.
Why are they around you? Why are you actually bringing them into your sanctuary?
But I think that was why she had to come back with the cleanup, because it reeks of insecurity and all of that. And
Exactly.
then if I'm like one of your close friends, like we've been friends since we were like 8, right? Like, what does that say about me? Like,
exactly. Like,
yeah,
damn,
no.
Exactly. So, but I mean, why even bring people around? And why your home is your biggest sanctuary, man. Your home is your most sacred place. Why would you even risk the chance of bringing someone in to violate that? So maybe the problems are not with the friends, the problems with her. Yeah. All day long, even with that rebuttal. Sound like
she probably, I don't know. Sometimes I try to wear my Olivia Pope hat. You're on mute, Shan. I would probably not have said anything else.
Right, because that sounds like somebody trying to clean it up for her, because she done got all this like, what the hell?
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark says, whoa, I don't know anyone's actions or why. Not a mind reader. I have no clue. That's her house rules. No, but the question was really like you said, I'm riding with her. Is more, Mark, like, why? Like, what's your thought process that says, no, I agree with her. I agree with her position. So that's really kind of
I like the way you put that, Stacey. That's her house rules. Her house rules. I would have to decline the trip. I would have to decline the trip. I would have to actually decline the trip. Like, yeah, yo, bro, I'm not. Maybe we could have some drinks or something, but I'm gonna have to decline.
Yeah.
Because you're not showing a friendship. You're not showing. There's no friendship there. There's no friendship there. I would have to decline.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to decline. So house rules or not. I mean, so that means that you don't even respect the friendship to invite me into your home?
Right.
So what are we even doing here? So that don't even make any sense to me. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know.
All right. Well, it's 25 after the hour. I think it's going to be a good place to stop and take a break.
Great. Kimberly, we'll get to your comment after the break.
All right.
We'll be back.
Thanks for tuning in to Conversations with Trent. We will be right back with more conversation after these commercial breaks.
Check out the creative work of the author Trent Williams of www.taylorkennedymedia.com. Chapter of the Delta gives us a peek at his life-changing events. And if that's not enough, Trent tells you more about his brothers and his life through memoirs in his book, The Four Horsemen. His blogs and daily stimulating quotes are published in his book, Life's Little Addiction. And when you have a need of some human coaching of life and relationships, take a look at Conversations with Trent, Volume 1 and 2, and Conversations with Trent, Limited Edition. You will find his works available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all online book retailers.
Welcome back to Conversations with Trent. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're online and want to be a part of tonight's topic, you can do that by dialing 347-324-5327. Press the number 1 to get into the queue so that your voice can be added to tonight's conversation. Now, let's get back to the show.
Good stuff. Couple ads right there. One of the good ads. I think she'll be doing some baking this week, hopefully. Tabs, ediblecreation.com. Those wonderful infused cakes and those also awesome cookies. So the Cookie Monster's back. Good stuff. Tabs, ediblecreations.com.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about a time. This is an interview, right?
Oh God!
Behavioral question.
Is this a star process?
It is, right? I need the situation, task, all of that. Tell me about a time when lack of trust showed up in your life.
Is that for her or for me? Or?
That's for both of you.
When
wait a minute. Let me make sure I add some context, right? Because we've all grown. Tell how old you were or like what age, because right, it's all relevant, right? When you're 20, you don't do this for the most part. Let me add that caveat. For the most part, you don't do the same.
We hope, right?
Yes. The lack of trust came into my life when I experienced it. Was with this girl from Southern California. Her name was Felicia Price.
Damn, you ain't supposed to tell the people.
I mean, what is her blood type and social? Good grief.
She'll be all right. So
Jesus.
That's when she started doing the things that she did. I had some serious insecurity issues. Some very serious insecurity issues. So I couldn't break away right away. I didn't break away right away. So it was a bunch of pain in that. And that pain lasted for a minute.
But what kind of things did you do?
Started snooping more. Back then, I didn't have the tools to actually get past it. So I was finding things that I already knew. Mm-hmm. So I was taking a knife and stabbing myself.
So just validating yourself.
Exactly. So I was really hurting myself. I knew this stuff. Everything that she did, I knew already. But I kept digging and digging.
I need proof.
Exactly. So digging and digging, not realizing I'm in such a turmoil with myself. Mm-hmm. Just like you say, I need proof. I need to get this. The proof is already there, dummy. Mm-hmm. You just glutton for punishment. That's all. The insecurity is actually leaking out of you. So yeah, I'd say that situation. I was in my 20s.
Boy, that's that decade. Good grief.
Yeah. That was those 20s. I had to thank for them red bones and those girls who actually woke up to the sun. So yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah. So I'll admit, probably during that decade of my life in my 20s, man, let me tell you something. That's where I learned my current skip tracing skills, is what I will call them.
Do tell. Go ahead.
Tracing skills. What is that?
So before, right, we had all of the technology that we have today, obviously. Let me tell you something. I could figure out what your voicemail code was.
Wow.
I could listen to your voicemail from my phone. I was a super sleuth. I was like, I even before Nextel added the LoJack feature.
Not Nextel.
The church. But I could figure out where you were. So my girlfriend taught me that. And so one night, she found out where her baby dad was and rolled up on him, and he was like,
"Oh hell no!"
Here.
I mean, honestly, when you're in the thick of it, man, you know, and actually, when you're that young, you don't, you know, you're filled with emotions and all type of stuff, and you don't have the tools, or you know, to move past a person, move past a situation.
Tools of rationalization.
Exactly. So you know, you got to give them a pass for that. But for grown folks going through that, that's why I call it straight talk, no chase encouragement. You got to get that business. If you're over 30 still doing stupid shit, I got to give it to you.
Yes.
Wait, what you mean you got to give what to it? What are you talking about? Get the business. What does that mean?
Means if you calling me for advice, you're gonna get the straight talk, no chaser.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ursula, welcome. Sidebar. Sorry.
What up, Urs? Let's get to Kimberly's comment. Then we'll continue on with the conversation. Kimberly says that Kimberly out of Houston. She says, "Listen, you know your friends, you know who you can trust around your mate, but you also know your mate as well."
Very true.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, to me, is if you, and what I don't understand is if you know your mate, why do you stay?
Exactly. Yes. That's my whole point.
Right.
Exactly.
Because folks have this ill-perceived thought of it's gonna get better, right? Is that self-talk that is all the wrong talk? It's like, no, it's not gonna get better.
And I call that what I call that is negotiating with yourself.
Yes.
When I was in my 20s, I was negotiating with myself. I knew she was doing me wrong. I knew she was doing me dirty. But I was negotiating. I would get upset, get angry. I was so infatuated with her to the point of me negotiating with myself, knowing she's killing me. She's taking the knife and I'm helping her stab. I continued to negotiate with myself for several years because I wanted to be with her.
So I'm looking at I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you.
No, go ahead.
I was just looking at Mark's comment. He said, nowadays, folks be lifting things, stealing, taking pictures, and raiding your medical cabinet, smelling drawers, and drinking up your good hidden liquor. So, nah. # hotel, motel, holiday.
Well, I tell you what, Slash, I'm coming to your house and make sure you got a room ready for me and all that good stuff.
You ain't going to nobody's house, Mr.
Yeah, you just said we have you recorded on the game film. I'm not going anywhere.
Right? Ain't nobody coming to your house and you not going to their house. Please.
Check.
Right. I'm just like, we're not going to be living that lie tonight.
Whatever.
I don't know. So Mark, Slash, you got me calling him Slash. So Mark, we forgot our question tonight, Keith. So are you single tonight?
That's right.
Drum roll.
Well, maybe I can get a room over there if he's still single. So if he's not, maybe I might have to go to a hotel.
You're not gonna get a room. You said you live in your bubble, Mr. I'm against the vaccine.
Whatever.
Double.
He got the double bubble.
Yeah, he got the double bubble. So wait. So this is I would just like to put out a disclaimer. All Southern California girls are not like that. I just want to say that.
I believe.
I started from Southern California.
Since you said she was from Southern California, and then you put her whole government name out there.
Felicia's good. She know what's up. She know what she did. She owned her stuff, so it's all good.
So wait, how old were you when this happened?
I was in my 20s. 20.
Oh, okay. So you were already out there being Romello, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got caught up.
So life was just coming back at you. No problem.
Pretty much. It's
all good. Mark said he's at the J with 5 others. # BMW equals black man working.
There he is. Don't
mean he ain't got a work wife. I'm just saying.
So you didn't. When did your insecurities show up in you?
I will say I was much older. I will say I was in my 30s, and
late bloomer, huh?
Yeah, but you got to remember, I had been with my ex-husband since I was like 25, right?
Right.
We were together for about 5 years before we ever got married. So, and I don't think I've ever told anybody this. So this is going to be an exclusive on the podcast.
The conversation tends to get it out of people.
He was just somebody. His profession he worked in the nightlife industry, meaning he managed a lot of different clubs and lounges and things like that. And if you've ever gone to those, the girls in there that are working there like half naked, they about 19, 20, 21 years old, and he was just. Yeah, he was.
How old were you? You said 30?
I was in my late 30s. Yeah.
Okay, so it
wasn't my upper 30s, I will say.
So it couldn't have been a sugar daddy. So okay.
Oh God, no. Yeah, but yeah, I remember many a times going through his phone while he was passed out.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
I remember. I remember too. And because I had never experienced a lot of stuff on that level that he did, because I had been married and I'd been in a committed relationship since very young.
Right.
But I think the final straw came when I actually kind of just got done and left. I remember renting a car and following his ass. And I remember being on the phone talking to him, and he's telling me, "Oh, I'm just finished here. I'm about to go here." And I just wanted so bad to be like,
"Pop, it's me."
Right?
Slash has a request. He wants to double back.
I was to this chick's house, right? And that was it for me.
Wow.
Okay. But I couldn't use my car because he knew my car. So I did. I rented to follow his
I'm gonna have to post that. There was something like that just happened, and I don't know, one of these social media things it was on, and dude was at a restaurant with the side chick, and she had her baby there in a high chair. Ooh. And the wife was like smacking him in the face, and the people that are filming are going, "Girl, here come the police."
Wow. But since you say that, you talk about these guys doing these things, I'm just gonna put it there. Then we'll double back on Mark's comment in a second. But men know when they're doing these women that way, and they know, guys know that it's not her insecurities. Dude, you're doing that to her. You're making her that way. You're molding her because sometimes they don't come with the issue. Sometimes the issue is still with the men. I was one of those guys.
Right.
So I knew exactly when I was injecting insecurities into that woman. I knew exactly what I was doing. Denied it, called her crazy. Oh, you crazy. You believe in things, you believe in your friends. And
ultimate manipulation.
Exactly. I was the king of it. So, we have to take full responsibility for that as men, because sometimes those women come put together. Sometimes we break them down.
That's very true.
Sometimes we break them down. That's just the honest kind of truth.
That is very true.
So not to make light of the situation, right? I'm like, something just popped up saying, my cousin caught her dude cheating. She put her iPhone in his car and did find iPhone on her son's iPad and found the girl's address. But my granny told her, "You doing all this detective work. Imagine if you had went to college and applied yourself."
Well, I tell you guys a funny story. I was creeping with someone, and she was married, and her husband dropped his phone in the back seat. He dropped his phone in the back seat. So he's calling her, whatever. No, actually she wasn't calling. She was actually sitting in the car. And the phone kept ringing. And it was his phone. So that's how he got my location. From the iPhone.
Wow.
That was some funny stuff there.
So it's funny that we bring this up, because one of the memories from today on Facebook that I had from a post that I made, how long ago was this? Back in 2018. So it starts off, the quote is, "My ex-girlfriend is crazy." And that means it's code for, I played with her emotions, ruined her mental health, gave her reasons to be jealous, used gaslighting when she called me out. And now that she's justifiably upset, and hurt, I demonize her, hoping other men won't want her and she'll come back to me.
Yeah. Wow. The latter part of that's kind of cuckoo.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Sound like he has some serious issues. Whoever wrote that, he has some serious issues.
So
At least he admitted, but
yeah. But no, I remembered seeing that earlier, and then it came back to mind when you brought that up about how sometimes men create this as men, you create that, in the woman. But Mark wanted us to double back to his comment that came in at 7:26 your time. So he said, "Who am I to question her thought process? If we really claim to have a small circle. With that being said, you can't pull up on moi without calling first. Therefore, I respect her boundaries in mind." So I'm assuming that was in response to the whole thing about
when I was asking about his thought process.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
And he said, oh, he's telling me he said no HR claims. He's a hardstone gentleman. Okay, gotcha.
So so the question after it falls back on the guys, and even with this young lady, what's her name again, Keisa? Kiera. Even with her, man, those issues has to be addressed, and 9 times out of 10, the husband is the culprit. I guarantee you. Being in situations like this a number of times, I was a culprit in a situation. I guarantee you, he is the cheater, hands down. Just by everything, when I read, I wanted to make sure. I was like, let me read through this thoroughly to see exactly is she tripping. 9 times out of 10, he's the problem.
Yeah, he owns a landscaping company in Detroit.
Oh, he's a serious problem.
I was gonna say, Shannon.
He's a serious, but not only in those guys in Detroit. I used to live in Michigan.
He out there plowing the fields.
He is second to the coach at the recreational park.
Oh yeah. He getting the snow up. He getting the snow up in the winter. He's trimming the trees in the fall. All this so crazy shit.
Yeah,
man.
But he trimming the wrong kind of trees.
Exactly.
So Mark said, "Ayo, Mr. Epic, what's up with you again mentioning red bones? Are you on a diet red bones program?" Nah.
Yeah, after my experience with this one red bone, I'm retiring the red bone, I believe.
All right then, let's call it in for the dark skinned girls. That's right.
I'm retiring that.
The brown skin caramelicious.
Caramel, yeah.
There you go. Give them a shot. So, yeah, them red things is like I said, I did a quote. They spawn of Satan, man. Real talk. Especially if they 5'5" and under.
He said 5 feet and under.
5 feet
and under.
That's the mark right there. They double trouble. They double for your trouble. So yeah, I'm retiring the red flavors, man. I know the red thing is your thing, Slash. I know.
Ooh, that's 2 light brights together. I here making clear babies.
Right.
Kids are used to it.
I still be wondering how I made one. I was looking at my child, I was like, really good. This not light-skinned it.
Oh gosh. Hilarious.
Oh, all right, y'all. Well, this is
okay. So Kimberly says her comment says, so there is a girlfriend code, but these young folks don't honor the code.
Girlfriend. Oh yeah, that is true.
There is. And guess what? Even after you're broken up, the code exists.
Yes.
Exactly. And that goes for men too, man. I mean, these guys are not honoring codes anymore because
the young men, they sure don't.
Exactly. You never cross another doorman's sill. You never cross another man's door sill.
I mean, some of these young chicks get passed around like air. Like, good grief. But, you know.
So shall we take our second break and last break of the night?
Yeah, we can do that. We can
why not? Let's do it.
Right.
We'll be back.
Right back, folks.
Check out the creative work of the author Trent Williams of www.taylorkennedymedia.com. Chapter of the Delta gives us a peek at his life-changing events. And if that's not enough, Trent tells you more about his brothers and his life through memoirs in his book, The Four Horsemen. His blogs and daily stimulating quotes are published in his book, Life's Little Addiction. And when you have a need of some human coaching of life and relationships, take a look at Conversations with Trent, Volume 1 and 2, and Conversations with Trent, Limited Edition. You will find his works available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all online book retailers.
All right, folks, and we're back. And we're back. Good stuff there. I'm laughing at that. The mess, Keys.
I know. The stuff that gets sent to me. Gosh.
That is crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, man. So like I said, for the young lady, the young sister out of Detroit, I would say, you know, she should be addressing that issue and not addressing the public. She should be addressing that issue, man.
Yeah. I don't think people recognize, like, you know, what they do to themselves and to their home. When you go say, like, you know, when you talk about what's happening at home, if you just leave it at fine, it's not a lie. Like, exactly. The world doesn't need to know. But, you know, trust issues, right? Brings all of that to the forefront. So Trent, as we kind of round out, you know, these last 8 minutes, what advice do you have for someone who is challenged by trust issues?
I mean, since we're basing it off of this young lady, I would actually dissect myself first and make sure that I'm not really tripping, that I really don't have the trust issue, and it's really my partner who's actually bringing this out of me.
But when do you know that you're not having trust issues?
You know, in most cases, man.
I take that back. When do you say to yourself, "Yep, I mean, maybe it's not trust issues. It's what I think is happening is actually happening.
We're all blessed with that one thing called intuition.
Yep.
We're truly blessed with that when that's the truth. Intuition gonna tell you the truth no matter what. Don't care what it feels like. Don't care if it hurts you. Anything. Intuition. We actually lie to ourselves. We actually suppress that feeling a ton of times. I've done it a ton of times. I suppress that feeling that I know this is happening. This is not me making something up. Mm-hmm. I know this is happening to me. That's called intuition. But we mostly, we ignore those thoughts and that gut feeling. We always ignore that gut feeling. I call that the whisper of God, man. We ignore it all the time. Yeah. God's whispering the entire time. When something's wrong, he's going to whisper that to you. It's up to you to actually listen and take heed to it.
Yeah.
So trusting
because that is one of the purest intuitions, right?
Exactly.
And so it's like you got to know. I mean, that gut feeling thing gets real. So yeah, I have to.
It's super real.
Agree with you, and I think that when we earlier we brought up about trauma, I think that it's important for people to when they feel like there's distrust, like to respond to it, like take action. And then it's like one of my favorite radio show hosts say, well, what are you going to do about it?
Exactly. That's a perfect word. Take action. The moment you see an issue, address it. I don't care how uncomfortable it is, address it. Address it. Shoot straight from the shoulders, man. You have to. That's the only way you're going to get past it.
Look at Mark. Mark has volunteered a trust issue story. So I have a trust issue story. Want to hear it? Okay, come on, Mark. As we wrap up the show, what you got? I want to hear this. I know you're already typing. I can't wait for this.
Go ahead, Slash. Appreciate you being so transparent as well, brother.
I know. Look at you coming all out of your shell. All right, then. So yeah, but yeah, so I just, it's exhausting. I would, what French toast? Why are you even still quoting Kevin Samuels? Now that's who I don't trust. Since we want to talk about trust, like what? No. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, this is a good topic. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, that's as you doing that thing again, man.
But now we're gonna have to see how we round out the rest of Black History Month.
That's a good idea. Yeah. I'm not sure these folks want to go deep, but we could take it there. I was listening to a couple of my previous podcasts from years past, and there's some good stuff in there. Some real good stuff. Real good stuff.
We might have to do what in the sip and suck.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
What in the sip and suck? What? Also, my neighbor would park in front of my house when she cut her yard. A really good friend saw her car parked in front of my house. She was doing some Georgia girl investigation and came to the conclusion, this is like a soap opera. I'm waiting for part 2. Oh man, come on, Mark, type faster. And then quote friend. I like to kind of read in between the lines.
Exactly.
So now, like, I'm curious, like, as we wait, like, was a neighbor like trying to check you out, but she was doing her investigation, but it sounds like she was really being like Gladys Kravitz.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think Shannon's having a problem with that Chromebook again. So let's see. I don't see the remainder of his comment.
I know, Mark. What happened to your comment?
Yeah, I don't see the remainder of the comment there.
Did you type it or did you forget to hit enter? He's just gonna leave us. So you're gonna leave us hanging on till Sunday? We got to come back to this on Sunday.
That is funny, yeah, because we're actually coming up on.
We're coming up on the hour. So, yeah, we already talked about Taylor. Wait a minute, that I was cheating. I asked her what kind of car was it. She knew the car make and color. I played along for days, even when she decided to pull up. So she ended up with kind of egg on her face. Ha ha.
Wow.
So you thought that I had something going on that wasn't even happening. But right, that's her challenge with her being distrustful because of some past life experience that led her down the path. Like, oh, he's gonna do the same thing that Tony did. Like, what?
Pretty much.
So yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, as usual, this has been a great show. Thank you so much for everyone for participating and sharing with us. So we'll be back, Sunday?
Yeah, we'll be back Sunday.
So we're going to watch the group for what the topic is going to be, and we'll decide. We'll figure that out.
Good stuff.
So that way you all can get your creative juices and thoughts flowing. So we'll see.
Good stuff. All right, we'll close them out.
All right, where can they find you?
TaylorKennedyMedia.com.
Yeah, don't forget to go order a shirt.
I'm sorry?
I said, don't forget to order from the shop.
Yeah, the TK shop. Just click on the TK shop link and take you there for the hoodies, books, all that good stuff, T-shirts, everything. It's going well with that. And actually, the books are actually doing very well. And really appreciate the support. So that stuff's moving again. It's something about having that product resurface. It's always good, young boys. It's always good to have product. Always.
Hey, because that's the best passive job you could ever have.
Exactly. It's always gonna sell itself. This stuff gonna sell itself. So good stuff. Yeah. Appreciate the support. Thanks for supporting the platform, and hey man, it's much appreciated.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and bring a friend on Sunday.
Yeah, good stuff. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I see the numbers are going there. They're still moving. So subscribe.
Mark says at the end of the night he had to show her the neighbor's car at the end of it. Oh, hilarious.
That is funny.
But that's what distrust will do for you.
Exactly. Definitely will. Well,
all right. Well, we're at the top of the hour, and I wish everyone a good night.
All right, you guys be epic.
Take care.
Conversations with Trent in conjunction with Taylor Kennedy Media and your radio network would like to thank you for calling in and listening to tonight's episode. We hope that tonight's conversation offended you just enough to turn your mirror inward to come back for more. So until next week's conversation, be epic.